so cold. Oh, good morning. It's 7 a.m. It's 27th of December, which means we have 4 days till the end of the year. And the mission is to turbo our Mark II Toyota, and by the end of the year have it out with the turbo in. It's -5 degrees, which means it's cold. I don't know if there's any point of doing leaf check at this point, but we can do the ice check, I guess. Okay, so here we are. Luckily we have a heater in the garage, so it's not super freezing here. We can heat up the space. And this is the car we're gonna work on. My initial idea was to take it out for a spin firstly and maybe like maybe try 0 to 100 just to compare before and after turbo, but I think all of us know, like at least most of the people that watch these videos, they know how slow, you know, stock IS200 is, and this car is probably even slower because it's heavier. No need to prove that, so we're just gonna get straight to work. The plan is to take out the bumpers, take out the hood, put the car on the lift. Yeah, just put the turbo in the thing. So enjoy watching. Okay, so we have hood, bumper, side skirts disassembled, and now we can have a clean look at this beautiful engine, which is, so basically it's 1G engine. It's not exactly as in Lexus IS200 because it's 1GG, it's not 1GFE. There's a couple differences. 1GFE is a bit newer, PVTI, Colpax and everything. This one is a bit older, it has thicker rods. In theory it's supposed to be way more stronger like inside. And the plan is to install a turbo kit that we have from SU2 Performance without touching the internal engine, without taking out the head, without changing the gasket and anything. This engine has pretty low compression ratio, so we should be good with boosting it, and this is the plan, because if we would want to take out the engine, do all this work around it, probably the cost and everything would be, and the work would be closer to 1J swap it, and the whole point of doing what we do is just to do simple, quick turbo install in this car. So now we're gonna put the car on the lift, gonna disassemble more, gonna take out the radiator, gonna take out all this. We need to take out the intake, need to make it slightly different, so the throttle body is at the front of the intake, not on the side. There's a bunch of different things, obviously exhaust manifold and everything. So let's get to work. That was the last time. Next time you hear it, it's gonna do. Kurde, już chciałem powiedzieć, że bez wylania kropli, a kalfas jest dziurawy! No good. The radiator is out. Now I'm gonna take out the intake. Okay, so I took out the exhaust manifold, and we have a little bit of problem now. Because this is old and this is new, and as you can see they are different. So this is the set for IS200 Lexus, and like I said before, those engines are slightly different, 1GFE and 1GG. So this won't fit.
Przyłożyli sobie do tego, to już te dwa mamy.
Docięli resztę rurek.
Docięli resztę rurek i przerobili klamkę. No.
Tylko, że wiesz, to jest... I think it would be just too easy if we would just get plug and play set and everything would fit, right? So Adam is thinking now we either cut a flange for the shape of the engine and rebuild the manifold that we have, which is gonna be a pain, or just find another manifold. But the whole mission of making this swap super quick in 3 days, then it's not gonna happen. So I don't know, I'll keep you updated.
No ja, kolektor pomóc przerobić, wiecie, roboty i tyle.
Okay, so the situation is not great, but there is a couple chances that we pull this off. We called a couple friends and now we're just waiting for them to reply. So Kuba from 101, he may be able to make like a design of the flange that we have to cut. Then another friend, Darek, may be able to help us cut it. And then what we have is this shape flange that we can then cut the old flange of this manifold and weld in this one. Obviously the pipes are in different patterns, so it's going to require a lot of cutting, welding and everything else, but there is a man for the job here.
Well.
So yeah, let's just hope it's going to work out. In the meantime, I'll be disassembling this engine even more. So the next step is intake manifold. Need to remove the whole thing because, like I said before, the intake manifold also need to be cut and weld. So the throttle body is here at the front, not from the side. So let's take this bad boy out. Okay, it's been a couple hours and the situation is as follows. We have ready the project design for a new flange for the exhaust manifold. Kuba was here and he measured every single hole and he put it on his computer, and we now sent it to the guy that's gonna cut it for us. So in a couple hours, hopefully by the end of the day, we're gonna have a new flange ready. And Adam will fabricate them so they match the new flange. It's a bit of a shame and it's gonna slow the whole process by a lot, probably by full day or half a day. But I'm still happy that we got around the situation and hopefully we can get the proper manifold ready by tomorrow morning. In the engine bay, pretty much everything is removed now. Exhaust side is off, intake side is off, alternator is on the side, power distributor as well, because we're gonna do a coil packs conversion. And yeah, at the moment I'm gonna just clean around here, just make it look a bit more tidy. And Andrew is sorting out the cables. The stock ECU that is under the dash is gonna be replaced with ECU Master EM Classic. Also, we took out the whole exhaust system off and we took out the oil pan. The oil pan that is here. I just washed it now and I'm getting rid of the old silicone from it. Because for this one we need to weld in another hole on the side of it. This is gonna be the oil that goes from the turbocharger back to the oil system. And yeah, this is where we are in the middle of day one, which is not bad, I would say. Just gonna get to work and continue. Oh, also Adam roughly installed the intercooler here as well. Still cold, but actually outside it's very nice. It's beautiful weather today, if not the coldness. Look at that. Sun, a bit of ice of course, but it's not bad at all. Okay, so this is our oil pan, and according to the manual, because Adam actually reads manual, you need to drill a hole basically in an oil pan, as on pictures. It shows exactly where, and the set contains this little piece of pipe. Basically you need to drill a hole, put the pipe through here, and then weld around it, and this will be your oil drain from the turbo. Adam also asked if we should do it nicely with the TIG welder or shit with the MIG, so I chose shit. Okay, situation update. We have 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Off camera, we changed the clutch for a better clutch, like a performance clutch. And also Adam has been working on installing the intercooler and the intercooler piping. Luckily, the whole piping and everything, it's a part of SU2 Performance set, so we don't need to figure out, you know, how the pipe should go and whatever. All the pipes are also 3D printed, which I'm not sure about this, but I don't know. Let's see, let's test it, let's see how it works.
Super professional.
Who cares? Also, as you can see, Adam is installing a power steering cooler on this side, and there's gonna be an oil cooler on this side, right?
Yep.
Here is our intake manifold, and what Malina is doing now is basically cutting off this flange, which was connected to the throttle body, and moving it to the front of the manifold, because we want the throttle body on the front of the manifold, not on the side as it is in the stock manifold. So at the moment what we're doing is cutting it off, and then we're gonna weld it to the front, and here we're just gonna put the plate. Okay, we have a couple hours later, and the situation is we have some friends come from Bron Crew. They brought the flange that is cut, and it has the shape of the head in the car. And now with this flange, the boys have to merge this flange with exhaust manifold, which is pretty sketchy thing to do, because we need to cut out the whole flange and weld this one and change all the pipes to match this new flange. But that's the only thing that we can do with the situation that we are in. So yeah, super happy that we managed to get the flange, to get the design, to send it, cut it, and have a guys bring it here, and now we can make it work. And now we're just changing this one
Masz dużo siły? Nagniesz to tak?
with this one. Przyłóż.
Pasuje!
Hopie, jak stąd. And boom, just like that, we have a new manifold. And this is awesome. This here is example of how our local community and friends group is. How quickly from a bad situation when you order a part and it doesn't fit, we can go to a piece that's actually fitting and it's gonna work. I think it was less than 24 hours ago when here we realized that the manifold we have is wrong. It was from a set to Lexus IS200, and those engines are slightly different. We didn't know that it's not gonna fit. There's some comments on the last video that actually said that, hey, the manifold's not gonna fit, but you know, we wanted to check ourselves, and it was too late. We already got the kit. So, you know, I quickly called Kuba. Kuba came, he did the design, and then we called a couple friends. We found that Darek can have a friend that can cut it, so we sent design to Darek. His friend cut it for us very quickly, and then Darek and his brother and his friends, they came over with the flange that was cut, and then they stayed, help us do this thing. So just like that, 24 hours from miserable situation and no part, we have a part that's gonna fit and a part that's gonna you know, do the job. Super happy. Thank you all the friends. Really appreciate all the people around and the fact that we can get out from such situations. Yeah, let's put this bad boy on the engine and start building it from there. So now there's this very long Now there is this very long process of going through every single bolt. Some of the bolts have very easy access, but some of the bolts are really like very little margin to spin the wrench. So for example, that one there, this one here, it's super hard to get to. And there's not much space to put the wrench on as well. So yeah, it's gonna take some time. Okay, exhaust manifold is in place, the turbo is in, and the downpipe is also connected. So all this side, like most of the things this side is ready. Now we want to put intake manifold in, and now because we moved the throttle body from here to here, the throttle cable was too short to reach because originally it was up to here, and the new one needs to go up to here. So that's why we got a new throttle cable, and this one is actually from Jelcz, which is very old bus. This one is longer, so we attached it to the pedal, and now it's gonna go around here and hopefully gonna make it and connect it to the intake manifold. Okay, good morning, day 3. Yesterday we had to finish a bit earlier because everyone was tired after day before spending whole day here. But look, next day, beautiful weather again. I really don't mind being cold when we have sun. We have 29th of December. We have 3 more days to take this car out in this year still, which is the goal. And fingers crossed that we're gonna succeed. Today is also Sunday, and I wanted to have this video out by today. But then yesterday I figured that there is not really a point of uploading a video with job that is not finished and is supposed to be finished. Like, I think the whole video would be much better if we release it a couple days later, but it will be complete video from start of the job to finish, get the car out and go, you know, do some driving, tune it as well still. Shit, we still need to tune it. But I guess if you're watching this video, then we finished. But I don't know what's next, so let's see. Let's see in the future. Okay, so we're starting the day off with properly mounting the oil cooler. Adam's making some brackets now, because before it was mounted only on like self-tappers. And a quick update from what's been done yesterday. Also, as you've seen on the footage, we mounted the manifold, we mounted turbo, and we mounted downpipe. Adam here connected oil feed line that goes to turbo from the sandwich. We installed the sandwich under the oil filter, and the sandwich has the feed line. It has the outlets for the oil cooler that's here, and it also have sensor like oil pressure sensor and oil temperature sensor. And also here Adam just now he put a heat shield here between the exhaust manifold and the power steering lines, because they were going literally here next to the manifold and they would get cooked. So what we're missing now is on this side of the engine we are missing a fuel rail with the fuel injectors. Because we need to change the injectors, the fuel injectors for bigger ones, we need to also change a fuel pump for the one that have more flow. And the fuel pump is located behind the seats. So I need to take out the back seats to take out the pump. Okay, so this is our fuel pump that I took out from the fuel tank. And this is the actual pump that we need to change. This is the new one, this is Valbro. Basically just this hose and this connector and then change. And with the kit we got some parts. I guess this is a new hose and also new filter here. Because this one's probably as old as the car is. So we'll change that and put the fuel pump back to the car. And we are good with this one. And the new pump is in. Now what I need to do is just install it back in the car. And boom, the fuel pump is in. The last piece of the puzzle is this rather funny looking seal, I guess. And that's it. And when I was trying to figure out this, Adam was putting together the fuel rail with new injectors. So what are these?
Bosch 630, I think.
From some car or just like...
Porsche Carrera Turbo.
Porsche! That means the car's gonna be fast, no?
Yep.
Czemu ten olej jest zielony? I'm sorry for this unprofessionalism, but I didn't expect a green oil. This is what Adam ordered. Apparently it's good and it's supposed to be green, but I've never seen a green oil before, so that's why. And looks like from here there's not that much left. There's now just connecting everything back. Andrew's now working on a cable management and the whole wiring. I also want to show you one thing that Andrew did. So basically this car, if we want to run coils, we need something to get a signal from the shaft, right? From the crankshaft. So the ECU knows when to spark, right? When to spark, what's the position of the crank. And this engine don't have any crank sensor because it didn't need one. It had one here on the distributor, but we got rid of it. So what Andrew did is weld this kind of like sprocket to the actual crank pulley. And then here he mounted a little sensor, and this would read the signal from the crank, and it would read the position of the crank for the ECU, so it would know when to spark the coils. Okay, I don't want to say anything, but we are pretty close. The biggest important job now is wiring harness, ECU and everything, but Andrew is working on it now. I'll show you. This is little desk here, and here we have the ECU, some wiring that has been done. There's a pinout diagram and all the cables and everything that I have no idea what it all is, but Andrew knows. When the wiring is done, we can put together everything here, throttle body, the alternator and everything, then radiator, and then pretty much we can start the engine. Nice. Good morning. Look, another beautiful day. Hopefully by the end of the day we're gonna hear the roar of 2-liter engine, but with turbo. Okay, we're starting the day off with Adam working on a throttle cable. He's trying to fit the throttle cable from Jelcz to fit the throttle body of the Mark II by welding some piece at its end. That's gonna fit the throttle body. Andrew is still working on the cables, on the wiring. Hopefully by today it's gonna be all in the car. And we now gonna try to fix the situation with the front fitment, because as you can see, the rear fitment is on point and the front fitment is on shit. Exactly, I like the words you used. So what we're gonna do is extend lower control arms and extend tie rods. We need that to fit angle adapter in the car, so the car have more angle when drifting. And also we're gonna try to sort out the fitment situation so the car looks from the front as good as it looks from the back. Okay, so this is our lower control arm. And the mission is to cut it here and extend with 5 centimeters. And that would push the bottom of the wheel out, which give the wheel space to have when turn, because it's gonna have more angle than before. And here I have 2 pieces that I cut from some old control arm. So each of these have 5 centimeters and they're gonna be welded here. So cut this, put this one in between and weld it back. With that we can start working on fitment of the wheel in the arch. I don't know, this is not really a part of the turbo build, so this being a part of a video is a bit, you know, off, but like I said, for the turbo we're just waiting for Andrew to finish with the wires, so in the meantime I'm just doing this. Might as well film it. Yeah, let's go. Let's cut this bad boy. Zimno tu. Okay, and this is the final product. Extended lower control arm. Boogie didn't even realize that it's extended because it looks so OEM. No one can notice. And I want to talk about this situation. We are missing, in this whole garage, we are missing a nice clean table, clean spot. Very often there's a situation when I want to show you guys some parts that we got, or I don't know, something like this, or something like the manifold before from yesterday, and there's not clean space in that garage. We always put it on the floor, or put it on a cardboard, or put it on one of them, you know, trolleys, but they all filled with shit. So Adam went to eat and I have like half an hour of free time now. And what I'm gonna do is go to shop and get like a piece of something, piece of plywood or wood, and I'm trying to mount it on the top of the trolley. And yeah, I'll just make some nice, cool, clean space. And then I will present you that arm on the new clean table, and I bet it's gonna look much better than this. So yeah, I'll go to shop, I'll be back and show you what I bought. Okay, and look, straight away, everything looks so much better on a clean surface. Long day. Okay, and boom, we have our wire harness. So all this that now looks like complete harness, yesterday morning didn't exist. Andrew made it from scratch.
Almost, yes.
Almost.
So we got here SU2 Classic with harness that we converted it from distributor coil. We changed it to normal sequential coils. We got vac coils here. We got crank sensor over there. We got some basic sensors, some basic stuff like idle. We run the stock idle, TPS sensor. We got here injectors. We got here Bosch C130 injectors. We got AC. It's basic stuff actually. It's not much, but we changed almost everything here.
So now we're gonna go install all this and see if it works. We're gonna need more of this actually.
Yes.
Half past 11. Now we're gonna set the timing. We also spent some time on that front fitment, and man, this is nice now. This is super sick. I just need to cut a bit of a fender here so it doesn't rub. I raised it a bit and finally the front looks as aggressive as the rear now. And it just flows nicely with the fender, wheel and the bumper. This is how it's supposed to be from the very beginning, and it's awesome. Okay, we have midnight and it looks like everything is set and ready to crank. So let's see. It's so quiet, it has one muffler and you cannot hear this. Andreju? This is not bad because it's... what time is it? It's midnight. The car is running very rich, of course, and look how much of the gas is in the air. We need to open the door because it's actually everyone's feeling lightheaded, and the eyes are shit as well. Damn. Whew. Look at that. But hey, it's working. Andrew and Adam is literally a dream team to work on cars. Everything just went super smoothly. Whew. Pardon, okay. It's 1 AM, so we're gonna call it a successful day, successful ending of the day. We're gonna just clean around quickly, go home and be here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is 31st of December 2024, last day of the year. Tomorrow we're gonna do all the checks, tidy everything up, set more things, and yeah, try to take this car out. We didn't tune it. We have a base map from SU2 Performance, so we can drive a little on this base map, and maybe we're gonna try to tune the car on the road tomorrow, roughly. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Okay, good morning in the next day and the last day. I hope you guys not bored with every day for the past 5 days being literally the same. We start here, intro, work on the car all day until late night, go home, back here, blah blah blah. But this is it. The car is ready. Actually it's pretty late already, it's afternoon, but we were here since 9 AM just getting the car ready to get it out, set alignment, set the suspension, check all the sensors, check everything around the turbo setup, and it looks like it's ready to go out. So what we're gonna do now is take the car down, take it out from the lift, and just go for a test drive. Try to tune it. Okay, we are going for the first test drive. And yeah, let's see what happens. Woohoo! Firstly, we are testing the car on very little load, so just low RPM and not much throttle. And Andrew is looking at the fuel map and trying to correct it so it's nice and healthy. Okay, we made it here. We are next to the shop, and because it's New Year's Eve, I have this idea for a very cool shot. So we're gonna try to do it now. It might not work, but if it works, you're gonna see it in 3, 2, 1. Enjoy the shot and see you in the next one.
Just tell me what's the point of the deep end that I'm kind of choice. Flip the clutch, spark a joint.
Okay guys, this is it. Happy New Year. This is the final scene, I guess. Everything that we wanted to do, we did. It's 31st of December, the New Year's Eve 2025. It's in a couple hours and we succeed. The car is out, we did some pulls. There's obviously a couple things that we need to fix in order for the car to be, reliable and just work all the time perfectly, but just needs more time. super happy, very thankful to all the friends that helped. Big up Andrew, big up Adam, also big up SU2 Performance. Thank you for sorting us out with the kit. The kit is super sick. I think if we would buy the correct kit, everything would take probably 1 day less, but still, nevertheless, all the parts, every single part adapter that was in the kit was fitting perfectly and has a good quality, so I recommend this kit a lot. We'll see about the power. We want to take this thing to the dyno, so watch the future episodes. I also want to paint it so it's in one shade, and this is gonna be a really awesome, cool car. Yeah, I wish you all the best in the new year. May your achievements and goals came true, and yeah, see you in 2025. How cliche that sounds, my god.